their thing is their image. I don't know how to speak English. it's
Their logo.
It's a feather. Their logo. That's the thing. That's the word I was looking for, TJ.
It is the word. I was just gonna let you flounder for a bit, but I took pity on you.
Yeah, thank you. Words are hard. Fiora ban.
Interesting. That was from Team Naguara, so I have to wonder if that's maybe a counterband to something on KND we haven't seen. I was
Remember when we cast Team Gut Corki versus Naguara, and with death pick either Camille or Fiora every single time? That might be kind of an extension of that, because they're always they feel like Fiora is one of the stronger side lanes to either take or deal with. But certainly they're one of the few teams that would ban Fiora here.
I was paying attention to KND's roster, and they do have a lot of Arena of Valor veterans on him. None of the players that really took the competitive scene by storm, but plenty of faces you will recognize if you did watch the competitive scene. These are players who were around and competing at the highest level of Arena of Valor. And I would say that maybe feeds into things. You're probably going to see a ban against... Sorry?
I think we cast Kids Next Door in a couple of qualifier tournaments here and there. In AOV.
Yes. They did, I think, some version of that roster made Valor Series Season 3.
Right, yeah.
It's a lot of the mixed players that were around the bottom half of our Valor Series table in North America. A lot of good players. We'll see. Here is the pick phase. Naguara able to grab the Orianna and Camille. You're going to get a Brawl in response. Ooh.
So with Death is continuing his trend of getting either Fiora or Camille here. And I guess he just really wants to dominate that solo lane.
Yeah, may have a tough time doing it though, because the rest of the map has been filled by some really good drafts from KND. I'm going to grab the Brawl as one of the supports. I think highest on my list of supports personally. Follow it up. Ooh,
weren't you bashing Brawl the other day? Am I crazy?
No, Brahm's not my favorite. I've talked him down compared to other supports, but I think Brahm's one of the best supports.
Alistair is available though.
Yeah, Alistair is available.
I've heard your stories, DJ.
Like
the wide story they've been
Brawl
told
does a
far
little
across
bit
the
too
lands.
much damage, and I will go to my death saying
He doesn't do that much damage.
Does a little bit too much damage.
I don't think anyone shared your experience of stealing the Baron while acing the other team.
I got like a Brawl game today where I soloed out a Master Yi like halfway through the game. And we were winning, but not by that much. I just walked at the Master Yi and hit him, and good things happened.
It was like, for you, Brahm's passive was for your own hands only. It's like, I don't need a teammate here.
Yeah, pretty much. No, his passive is pretty good. Give yourself an attack speed item, things really start rolling. Anyway, Ezreal's going to be taken away from that Brawl matchup. They don't want to see the Ezreal Brawl bottom lane.
I just came off a game in ARAM playing Diana where I had most kills, most damage, most teamfight participation,
okay,
most damage taken, and most gold. It felt good. Just you go over to the second bar, the score screen where you go over to like the damage and all that kind of stuff, and like all full bars on both teams or over both teams. It felt good.
I don't actually know what that feels like. I play support.
Play ARAM.
No,
you'll know what it feels like.
Diana comes through here for KND. As you were talking about, you're going to see the Kai'Sa Brawl bot lane, which I really like. That mid lane, Diana will be into an Orianna, which is quite good. The Diana can close the gap versus Orianna, get into melee range, force out use of those cooldowns defensively. Just a jungle pick left.
I'm a little bit surprised that Naguara didn't shut out the Kai'Sa from being picked here, because, you know, obviously Brawl was first picked here, and they kind of just left it out there to be, for the Kai'Sa to be taken by the opposing team, because Kai'Sa and Brawl are obviously a very nice combination. And then Naguara's like, no, we're just gonna let you have it. We're gonna go for Ezreal, and they saw there's own support to take here. So, interesting that they're not trying to deny anything. They're just going for their own comp.
The jungle is still to draft unless it is Gragas jungle. But it will be that Gragas top, as I suspected, and we get a Shyvana, which does work quite well, actually. With Diana, there's a really good combo there. You also have Glacial Fissure. This is a really good wombo combo teamfight team.
Yeah, Diana's ultimate can be particularly devastating when you already have an engage in the form of Shyvana there. So really looking forward to seeing if they can pull that off. I just want to, you know what's going to be hilarious is they're going to have like the perfect engage. Shyvana's going to jump in with her ult. We're going to have the jump in with Diana. She's going to be part way through charging her ult, and then the Brawl ult's going to come in and knock everyone out of the way. It's like,
Gragas,
oh no.
The Gragas ult.
Sorry, Gragas. Sorry, Gragas gonna jump in and sorry, I confused everyone. The Gragas ult's gonna come in and just push everyone out of the way, and it's gonna be all for nothing. I'm gonna laugh. It's gonna be hilarious.
That is something that we notice a lot in League of Legends PC. Is Gragas is just built-in anti-synergy with literally any teamfight ult. It's really rough.
Okay,
Even at the pro level, the best League of Legends players in the world, you will see them go, okay, we're going to Orianna Shockwave, follow it up with the True Shot. And then Gragas just comes through and he's like, I see a lot of people grouped together. Be a shame if somebody threw an explosive cask into that.
Be a shame for your own team, it turns out.
Yeah. It does end fights very well. If you're able to go, in this case, Moonfall, Glacial Fissure, Shyvana ulti, Gragas cask.
Right. I mean,
then you're living life large because everyone's low HP and scattered to the four winds, and you can pick them all off at your leisure.
Right. That's one way to use it. The other way to use Gragas ult just by himself is to just throw them towards you or just scatter them in general, because when a team is scattered, it's very hard for them to regroup and coordinate together. So Gragas ult obviously is very, very powerful, but it can be the ultimate anti-synergy.
Yeah. But I think we agree that this composition looks really good if you're able to... I'll put it back on screen. I think we'll agree that this composition looks really good if you're able to land and nail those team fights from KND. They're drafting, as I would expect, an Arena of Valor team to draft around very formalized front-to-back team fights. Naguara, also an AOV team, by the way. Represent. I did the little chest thump thing. I don't know if you can hear it.
I heard it a little bit. So Team Naguara, they kind of... Okay, so the wombo combo is definitely on the side of KND, but Naguara have a tiny bit of wombo combo themselves. Obviously, everything starts... most wombo combos start with Wukong getting in there, popping his ultimate. That can be followed up with Shockwave from the Orianna. Obviously, you can set it up with the Rakan jumping in with a second ability, which is a nice knock up there. His ult can maybe be a little charm at the end just for an extra good measure. But it seems like, despite the fact that we have like a makeshift wombo combo on the side of Naguara, I feel like their composition doesn't quite go together as well as the side of KND.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the skins here. Hold up, this has got to be on screen. We are living life large. Look at these skins, Daniel. Everyone's spending money.
I didn't know Shyvana could look like that. But
yeah, Shyvana is going. Diana, burning bright. Everything is going. Oh my god, what a Brawl skin. Everything's going great. No further thoughts.
I had to divert my eyes from the Kaisa there, because that KDA skit is, oof. It's very spicy for me, TJ.
All right, Daniel. Thanks for sharing.
What? I didn't say anything.
Going into game, he just has the most defeated look on his face. Going into game number 1 of this series, I think we are looking at the way those team comps synergize in the team fights, but I also think we're looking at the way that Naguara choose to play overall, because we have put a very fine point on the way that their macro sometimes falls apart.
Strut it, Kaisa, strut it. She's just gliding into the picture. Yes. I love it. She's got her KDA outfit on and she's Not afraid to use it. Oh, Arvonin.
Flash burned right out the gate.
Oh boy. I feel like Rakan players are always a little bit too aggressive. They're like, yeah, I got this jump forward knock up. That's really, really cool. And I'm super mobile. And then they just get, what's it called?
Grand Entrance.
That's why. They're like, I have an ability called Grand Entrance and I know how to use it. So I jump in and then I die. That's how it works.
Look at how much damage they just got from that Winter's Bite. Didn't even proc it.
That's true.
Zera way down here. Kai'Sa Braum's a really scary lane because if they manage to detonate the Winter's Bite stacks, they've already got 3 marks on the Kai'Sa passive, and they have you stunned, so they're gonna proc the Kai'Sa passive as well, and you just guarantee the kill basically.
Yeah, it's a very good combination in more ways than one.
This turret, I bet they get along great too. Braum's so happy. I bet they're the best friends.
Yeah, which is sad because they would have lost the getting along great competition if they just Naguara just picked Xayah with a Rakan, but I'm still like flustered over the appearance of Xayah in the Rakan portrait in the loading screen. She was, I mean, we're talking about spicy. That was uber spicy.
Daniel, I'm gonna need you to keep this out of the cast.
Hey.
On your own time.
Hey. It's Wild Rift's less legal. It's Riot's fault for making me feel these things, CJ.
Nope. It's on you, Chief. Monarch will go in at the top side, scaring with death back. This is the first top lane Diana I've seen in competitive. But that is
that's true.
You see the character in the PC, so checks out here.
I mean, I was about to say earlier, like,
oh,
very nice ult.
Cask combo with the Dragon's Descent. Easy first blood over the kids next door.
I got a little Robert De Niro face right now. I was like, oh, that's very nice, very nice. Very well done there. Nice double ult to get that kill. You pop double ult, but first blood is really, really important, so I'm all for it. Well, what we were saying earlier, though, is that Gragas, I was expecting to for sure go against Camille in that top lane because we've seen Gragas do a pretty decent job against Camille, but can't argue with the results. Already got first blood mid lane, and Monarch is doing a great job against With Death on this Diana Camille matchup.
Yeah, I think that changes a little bit once the Camille has Hextech Ultimatum, just because you can get something off of your engages. But until then, you don't want to get close to the Diana as Camille. And Diana Kit is built to get close to people. So it's a rough time.
Yeah, Diana, she gets surprisingly tanky once she gets Rod of Ages, though. And particular, I mean, if she's leveling up her 2, which, I mean, you don't always want to level up her 2, but if you do it, she can get a decent amount of shields there. And like that, yeah, you just use your 1, you get your Moonlight onto them, use your 3, it immediately resets, which means that once your 1's up, you can immediately use your 1 and 3 again. And so you're using your abilities like off cooldown very, very often here.
Backs will happen across the map as our top laners reset a little bit late for this Drake. Kids Next Door doing a very good job setting up for the first Drake of the game. They do have complete vision control over here. That Squire's Bloom will catch a glimpse of the Drake as it is started. Naguara, what do you do about it? Already half HP. Arvonin inside the pick. Grand entrance. Charms 3. True shot through. Huge damage. Wow. Kid Next Door get the Drake. Can they escape with it? Blast code away. Sparkle lives. Tri-Feed finds a kill. 1 for 1. Tri-Feed barely doesn't find this second. That goes 3 for 2 in the trades. Positive for Naguara, but the Drake gets taken away by Kids Next Door. I think that leaves us relatively even.
You know, considering the wombo combo possibilities on either side, I feel like both teams need to be the ones who bait the other team into trying to take the objective, if that makes any sense, right? Because if the other team is in a set position, ready to be jumped upon, they're just going to be absolutely demolished, as you saw there. Anytime, if anyone's grouped up at all on either team, the wombo combo can get started, and it was just a bloodbath.
It's a battle of reaction times, and they kind of cheated because the explosive catch from Trifeed just delivered Arvonen into 4 people, and he was like, "All right."
Oh, I did not notice that.
It
I
knocked
was like,
him right
really
into
nice
the back of
from
the pit,
Arvonen.
and he was just like, "Ah, cool."
I can knock you guys up now, nice.
And that's why there was no response on engage, and they just got perma-CC'd.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was just saying, like, oh, that's a really good knockup from Arvonen. I realized you got explosive cascade. You got a little fairy on the way, like all expense paid trip to the middle of that dragon pit.
Fight will break out here at the top side. Glacial Fissure. What a true shot!
Nice.
Wi-Fi eats the damage, goes down. Trifeed on the roam may be able to make this messy, but no. Full rotation here from Naguara. They have Izerov as well. Gotta get out of here. Friend on the recall will be interrupted. Not paying attention to the mini-map. Will die. Man's already shopping, Daniel.
Now what should I... Oh no! Oh no!
You know that's exactly what happens too.
Oh boy. Yeah. Sorry, I'm internalizing my thoughts instead of saying it out loud, which is not what the caster should do. I was like, Monarch is like, he gets a lot of damage here. He could maybe jump on with death, and with that just, you know, hooks out there, and he feels very sad. It's like, yeah, that's what happens against Camille. Those were the thoughts going through my head when I said, yep.
Rift Herald did get taken. I'm going to verbalize that thought. Picked up successfully by Naguara after the fight. That begins to snowball. A little bit of an early game gold lead, still within the striking distance, sitting at 3,000 right now, but the kids next door falling behind.
Yeah, and never underestimate Naguara's ability to rubber band the gold lead, though, in either direction.
We have a team in League of Legends PC called Wildcard, and their slogan is #StackTheDeck. And I always insist it should be #shuffle the deck, because you never know what you're going to draw. Monarch in trouble.
That is for sure true.
I'll back away. Okay. So, early game control. Naguara's way as they grab that Rift Herald. They by no means have the control of the map necessary to close this out. Both teams scale decently well. And that means that our next dragon fight is going to be rather important, because it will decide whether or not you get that all-important 2 Drake mark for KND.
Oh, wow. But they're doing a much better job now. Obviously, having that ultimate is pretty important, but just winning normal skirmishes in general. Oh, top.
All alone as the Drake fight is set up for. With Death goes behind the turret and loses the trading.
Yeah, and Diana has teleport, so she can get around if she, yeah, she's teleporting in.
Teleporting in. Arvonen into the fight. No explosive cask fairy this time. Has to flask over the wall just to stay alive. And that flash is down. That player is recalling. This is a player advantage in the fight. Yang dives in, trying to steal it. Does not work. Cyclone finds value, though. Yang, by the time they go down, knocks everyone low, but it is not enough. Sad Sirius will fall as well. And that is a team fight right back over to KND. The rubber band is snapped, Daniel.
This is Groundhog Day all over again for Yang. He keeps doing this. Yang, stop trying to jump in and steal it. You're just going to cost yourself your life. Oh my goodness. It never works, Yang, except for that one time. But then other than that, it never works.
That one time was pretty sick, though, Daniel. Pretty darn radical.
Okay. Well, I just hope he doesn't do it again. Play with my heart.
Monarch zoned off of the turret here. We'll keep an eye on
I've been watching with Sorry, I've been watching with Death's boots, and I'm just like waiting for him to pick teleport, but I'm just kind of like looking with bated breath if he's gonna match the teleport from Diana, but he hasn't committed yet, even though he has 7k gold.
Trifeed just landed the longest ranged auto attack I've ever seen.
He's just good at the game. I don't know what to tell you.
He cast it before the arcane shift, and so the Ezreal was just like a mile away and eating auto attack damage. Wild. First turret did fall down on the bottom side, as With Death was able to find a free turret. That also is the case in the mid lane. Naguara also benefited from that Drake taken reset, chipping away a lot at the turret HP there. And this combines to give Naguara, despite everything, a maintained slight gold lead, couple hundred. And they will be able to, stay in this game for now.
Yeah, for sure. You could, essentially call this even though, especially because you know what gold is on what champion and what and what items have been taken. So, it's 600. I mean, 600 gold lead in the first minute is something. 600 gold lead at 11 minutes is basically tied.
Yeah. Oh no. One eats a chunk of damage. But full resets here, and that's curious to me. There isn't really an objective
what are they going for?
To achieve on the map. So maybe the resets are just being synced up because they know that the recalls need to happen on the opposite side. Oh, do it. No! 4 HP!
They're too...
Yeah!
They're too afraid of the Brawl.
You don't mess with Brawl underneath turn. Has ultimate up. That's scary.
Oh, we have the power spike. Yang has Guardian Angel. Now he can feed, but it won't actually be a feed.
Ah. Nice. Also, Muramana completed. That's going to be a Manamune, I believe it's called. Now,
no, it's the opposite, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's opposite, yeah. Muramana is the upgraded one.
Manamune has evolved into a Muramana over on Izera. So this Ezreal hurts now.
I was gonna say, cue the Pokemon evolution music. Dun 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 dun. The initial. Actually, I don't know either. But I'm just talking about the OG one.
What was the thing you just did then?
Well, the thing I did was just the standard OG Pokemon soundtrack.
Oh, okay. Sounds like you did.
Sorry.
Drake will be coming up here again. First two did go over to KND, which means that Naguara want to deny any value from this Elder. Really just stop the stats from stacking. They need a win. Yang pops an aggressive flash there. See how this plays out as Sparkle takes to the front lines. Arvonen round the side, focused by Trifeed. Arvonen very low now. We'll pick up the honey brew underneath the turret. Yang deep dives. Yang knocked into GA. Hextech ultimatable. Onto Brawl. Onto Friend. That's a waste of time. The rest of the fight goes the opposite way. Wi-Fi dives on it. Killer Instinct already blown. And he eats people alive. That's going to be an easy team fight for KND. With Death is trying to find something back, but Trifeed just detonates his support. And as the Ignite takes, With Death, farming minions desperately, will not survive. Wi-Fi's flash over the wall. Wi-Fi with 3 kills across that fight will be able to end this game by the looks of things, as that is the 3rd Drake in a row into the pocket of KND.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite over yet because the gold is very similar. 3rd Drake is obviously a huge deal here. I do want to say that at the very end, before we, With Death did get a kill onto Monarch before he went down in the end there. So I do not blame him for trying to get as many kills as possible. Just didn't work out for, totally in his favor.
Hex took ultimate onto Braum. That's disastrous.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Also, the GA on Wukong was reasonably effective because it kept everyone in the area and allowed for potential wombo combos while they waited for Wukong to get back up. But again, it was just even with the GA kind of providing some value, it still was a bit of a feat getting jumping in there a bit too early without his team support. But I would say overall good zoning from Team KND, right? Because they're zoning so well, it's very hard for Naguara to find an entrance into the fight.
Did you see that attempt to the synced up play there? Izar throwing the true shot at Arbonan's engage. Really cool.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty good true shots from Izar, especially the one earlier that was completely planned and calculated out on the top side of the map.
Baron is up.
Oh, Izar's just gonna take the turret.
Oh my lord, will he? That's so much damage, Daniel. He just destroys it.
Just throws those light balls at it. What is his auto? Is it just like a light ball?
He's firing like a little bow. He's got like a little magic bow there.
Huh. It seems like he's throwing stuff though.
Yeah, his auto and then his mystic shot is the little bow, I think. I've got some cinematics I can show you after the cast. Pass you some animated cinematics, we can really get into it.
Nice.
League of Legends lore, very in depth, much better than AoV lore.
They tried though. It was like,
yeah,
and then Arthur, he defended the land. I don't know. It was really funny. I just the best part was just Arthur running around and just every once in a while he'd be like, justice. I'm like, yes, give it to me, Arthur. Justice.
Just every now and then think, Max, the wonder kind. And that just takes me back.
Is it just, aren't you supposed to pronounce it like the German way?
You absolutely are. Whoever narrated that champion video did not know that. Dive in. Monarch starts the fight. Izarif will flash away. Stay safe.
No, come on, Wi-Fi. You know you want to killer instinct in.
On the
I was waiting for the killer instinct from Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Just didn't do it. Didn't do it for me.
I don't think you want to do it into Rakan.
I think you always want to do it. Every time you can.
You're right, you want to do it, but it's a bad idea into Rakan.
Fair enough, fair enough. Monarch?
Yeah. I think a bad
Monarch
idea
hasn't had his best time in this game, outside the early game, but trying to, fighting back now, I suppose. You know what? My assessment of Monarch's play, not close enough. Because we all know that Camille, she gets more damage on her 2 when she's far away, or like that mid-range, obviously. So I think Diana's just not close enough. She's gonna get more in her face.
Get in there. Here's the Elder. This would be game. This would be the end of the game, to be clear. And they're just forcing it. They're just rushing it. There is no ward, there is no vision. Naguara ought to know what's going on, but they're not engaging. Yang round the side, hoping for a lucky steal yet again. Will dive in. Huge knockups. He steals it! He steals the Elder! Yang gets away with murder! Daylight robbery! Literally! And now the clone, he almost gets away. Arbona with a dive in, trying to get revenge. 3 consecutive Drakes! And Yang steals the only one that matters.
You're just waiting for the right opportunity to get it. Oh, now they're forcing the Baron.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Arvonin.
Yang's not here to steal it this time. Diver the wall from with death. Does not manage to successfully steal. And in fact, he will go down. So Baron is picked up. Pretty significant gold lead. His tri-feed has just been quietly decimating this game. Sad Sirius won't be able to finish the kill. The Ignite is ticking, but tri-feed will survive. And Sad Sirius behind the turret will not be able to trade the kill. Sparkle survives.
Oh boy. Whoa, look at that vamp. Oh my goodness. Dang, Sparkle. That's why he was attacking the minions earlier. This is dangerous. This could be game right now.
It ought to be. Only Yang up.
Yang. A miracle from Yang.
What can you do? Cast away. Will dive in. Cyclone will land. Glacial Fissure finds the knock-up. No time left. That is going to be game. What a game one, though. KND control the match from start to finish. Right around that finish line, there's a little flicker There's a little bit of a stutter in the engine, but they come out on top.
Naguara had a